So the cards are out. We've got them on Pokemon Zone. We're going to go through them, do a bunch of hot takes, see what happens. But let's start. So we've got Execute, another Execute, which is 1 energy, 1 neutral for rolling tackle, 30. Again, who cares? Like, where are you getting that second energy from? Alohan Executor, so 150 health, nice. 3 energy, Tropical Hammer, 150 damage. Flip a coin, if Tails' attack does nothing, basically a waste of time. Like, you've got better options. Surskit, so quick attack, which is 1 energy for 10. Flip a coin, if this heads, this attack does 20 more damage, so it's like a 50-10 to 30. It's fine, but it depends on what it evolves into. And then we've got Masquerain, 90 health, okay. 1 energy Bug Bars for 40, 0 retreat cost. I don't know if this is good, but it doesn't seem terrible. Maractus for 90. You got 2 energy Sting for 40. It's, again, who cares, because it's like 2 energy. We've got Carablast, so 60-10, who cares, really? Phantom, so 60-20, who cares? Trevenant. Also, Trevenant comes from the Phantom, okay. You have to excuse me, some of like, when we get to like the later generations, my Pokemon knowledge just goes out the window. Trevenant, 130, okay. And then 3 energy for Claw Slash, which is 80. Yeah, again, I don't know, and 3 retreat cost, like what are we doing here? I don't think that's... doesn't seem so good. Rowlet, which is 60-20, cool. I know there's going to be double versions of these, because there's like the daytime versions and nighttime versions. Rowlet... oh, sorry, yeah, it's literally right here. You got 60-20, absolutely fine. And you've got 60 Skill Dive for 1 energy, so this does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. You might prefer this, because it gives you more options than the other one. We've then got Dark Tricks, which is 1 energy for Razor Wing 30. For just 1 energy, that's absolutely fine. And then we go into the EX. We've got Decidueye EX, 170 health. Okay, stage 2, a little bit bulky. 2 energy, Pierce the Pain. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has damage on it. What the hell is this? This is crazy. So again, stage 2, but we know Rare Candy is coming to make it a bit more reliable. But it means you can do 80 into 100 and do 180 for 2 turns. And also, it's a targeted attack, so it isn't the active slot, so if they try to run and they've got 100 or less health, you just snipe it. If you can hit the bench, I mean, so this is probably why you run this Rowlet. So you hit them for 10, if they don't heal that, you're hitting them for 100, potentially on the next turn, because if you Rare Candy into Decidueye, oh my lord. Yeah, I think expect to see Decidueye about, I think. Just being able to spike to 100 like that is pretty crazy, I think. Especially when it's targeted damage. So next we've got Grubbin, which is a basic 60-10 Gnaw. Okay. Fomantis, 60-20, cool. Lorantis, 90, and then 1 energy Petal Boost. So this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. I mean, not terrible. I don't know if it's good, but it's definitely interesting. Then we've got Morlul, so 60-10 Stampede, Shinotic, 100, and then Flickering Light is 50 damage for the coin if heads of the defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn. I mean, it's okay. Like, we have ways to get around, just switching something else. I don't think it's that great. Bound Sweet, 50, 1, and then 1 energy, 20, cool, okay. And then that evolves into Steny, Steenie? I don't know. So 80, and then 1 energy for double spins, so 30x. So flip your coins, 30 damage to each heads. This is kind of trash. But then what is the second evolution? That is a sick picture, by the way, just kicking a tree in half. So Sarina. So flip 3 coins, this attack does 50 damage for each head. Also kind of trash. Like, what are we doing here? Wimpard, 70. Ability Wimp Out. During your first turn, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. I don't get it. So, okay, so I guess the idea is, if this is the basic you draw into, you can put it out and retreat it on your first turn. However, You don't draw into another basic, you just sat there and then it's 3 retreat costs. So this is just, yeah, this is terrible. Although I suppose, yeah, again, it evolved into Golysopod. So 120 health, cool. And then 3 energy for first impression, 60. If this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active spot this turn, this attack does 60 more damage. Okay, now, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's good, but the fact you can jump out, with stage 1 that can jump out and spike 120 is interesting. You only get to do it once. I don't know. Delmise, so Delmise EX. So 140, the basic EX is nice. Anchor Shot for 3 energy. But during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Ooh, it's 3 energy, which is kind of rough. It's an EX, and then you've got the kind of Arbok trap ability. It's fine, but on an EX, don't know. And for 3 energy, the 80 is nice, but 3 energy, yeah, don't think this is good. So Tapu Bulu. So 3 energy, stuck in tackle, 100. Flip a coin if tells this Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. Okay. I mean, so one thing is, yeah, they need 3 energy. Golysopod and Delmise. But I guess if you've got a Superior, things become a lot easier. So maybe there's a Rare Candy Superior synergy with this, but I don't know. Alright, moving on to Fire. We've got another Growlithe. 70, 200 for Combustion for 30. That's just bad. I don't like that. And then basic Arcanine, so 130 and then 3 energy for Fire Main, 80. Nope. And yeah, the Growlithe is 2 retreat costs as well. This is 3. Get it out of here. Alola Marowak, so 110, and you've got 3 energy for Burning Boomerang. So we saw this previewed in the trailer. So flip 2 coins. You do 70 damage for each heads. If at least one of them is a heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. I think burned is what, like 20 damage at the end in like the checkup step. So it's 3 energy. I know there's a supporter who kind of helps this, but I don't think this is good either. So Fletchinder, so 80. Whoa, am I missing what is the basic? Like for a second I thought it was the basic, but it's not. So the basic must just be normal. Let's have a quick look. Or is it missing from the file set? No, Fletchling. So 50, 20. Okay. What are we looking for here? Yeah. Steady Fire Breathing 1 for 30 is fine. I don't know what's going on with the alignment of that text. So that's absolutely fine, but nothing spectacular. And then Talonflame, so 120 for 2 energy Fire Wing. That's pretty good. You've got Aggro Fire card. 1 retreat cost. Don't hate this. Then we've got Litten, or the first Litten variant. So, 130 Heat Tackle. This Pokemon does also 10 damage to itself. Okay. Or we've got 60-20. I think you might run the Heat Tackle version because it gives you the opportunity to, hey, I brought an execute with 50 health. Cool, you go away. Because I'll just do 50 to you. And also being able to do 30 and then potentially 60 over 30 again to do 60 over 2 turns is also nice. And then it combos into Torracat, which is 80-40, and then you also do 10 damage to yourself. So it's risky doing damage to yourself. However, that's 30 and then 70 for no extra energy investment. And then we've got Incineroar EX, so 180 health, you're good. And then, okay, 1 energy here. So this is also important for rare candying. Because what it does mean is, if you go first, you can rare candy on your second turn, on your first energy, and just do this. So your opponent's active Pokemon is now 30 and they burn. Nice. And then 3, and then Scar, Charge, Smash, 80 plus. If this Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 60 more damage. Seems like pretty good synergy, because A, it's 180 health, it's going to have to take a punch at some point, and good luck one-shotting that. Okay, unless your name's Blastoise and you've got 5 energy, but yeah, good luck one-shotting that. And that's 140 for 3 energy. That's pretty bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like this. And the ability to come out early and just start doing damage that way is good. And also, yeah, you can trigger, like if your opponent doesn't want to hurt you, you can just hurt yourself with the evolutions, which is also really good. And it's nice they didn't put it on one of the evolutions, it's on both. So even if you do rare candy, you've still got the opportunity to heat tackle before, which is nice. So already Choreo, so fire 70, kindle, discard a random energy from both active Pokemon. Okay, I mean 2 energy, but this is insane, because one thing you can do is if you discard the psychic energy off a Giratina, they have to basically stop their turn to put psychic energy back on there in a Darkrai Giratina list. And so often if you hit them with a Team Rocket or a Gyarados and you take away the psychic energy, game's over, because they can't risk stopping for one turn to put the psychic back on. So this is potentially really good, or at least it's something that works against one of the meta decks. Slandit, 50-20, fine. Slazzle, so 90 and 2 energy for 30. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and burned. You have to excuse me, I forget if burned continues, because this will definitely tick for 10. So burn ticks for 20, so that's at least 60. Yeah, I don't hate this. We've got Turtonator, so 3 energy, 4 retreat cost. And Fire Spin 90, discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know about this. Into the water types with Alolan Sandshrew. Look at him. Adorable. 60-20, who cares? Alolan Sandslash. So 100 health. Spike armor. So, okay, 1 energy for 20. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, do 40 damage to the attacking Pokemon. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't know if it's good, but it's okay. So Alolan Vulpix. So we saw this in the preview. Core for the cause. So you basically stoke yourself, take an extra energy. So you just put 1 on. Now you have 2. So on the next turn, you go into 3 with Alolan Ninetales. Just 1 turn health, so a bit tankier. And then 3 for Blizzard, so 60, and you do 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This is really good. Like, you need a turn to set up, or maybe you don't if you have it on the bench. But 60 and then 20 to the bench is pretty cool. Shoulder 70, and then 1 for tackle. So nice and tanky at least. Well, it's okay. Cloyster. So 110 for guard press, which is 2 energy for 50. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. I don't hate this, because early game, like, what damage can they really do? I mean, the difference is obviously if the basic EXs want to charge up rather than do damage, and Darkrai doesn't care about this at all, so maybe not that great. Lapras at 110, 3 energy Surf for 70, who cares? Poplio, so 60 for Sing. Sing is good, but maybe you want the damage, but the Sing is like a nice little tech thing. Especially, I suppose, if you want to, like... Oh, did you want to charge your Giratina up? Sorry, just gonna go to sleep. Poplio, so Water Gun for 20, okay. Brion, so 80-30 for 1 energy is nice. And then Primarina, so Melodious Healing. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from each of your... What? So when I did a video about the rare candy, one of the conditions for looking at cards which are good is cards that have good abilities. This ability is bonkers. It's like better Butterfree for water, and water already had good healing options with Irida as well. So with Irida, you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to heal 70. I have a potion as well. Yeah, heal 90. Okay. Also, it has 200 stuff. So it's pretty much for the ability. It's better than it would have been last set, because now you have rare candy, so you can jump to the stage 2 a bit easier. Probably, if we see this, it's probably going to be like a double stage 2 deck, or this and something else. Like, I mean, water does have a lot of good stuff. So it's a case of what do you put it with? I don't know. But definitely, absolutely something worth looking at. Not as obviously powerful as Decidueye, but nice. That's good. So you got the Incineroar's pretty good, mostly offensive. Decidueye is powerful in the right situations, but just like... Also, that's kind of interesting that it does Pierce the Pain for no energy, so there's also the option to mix it in a non-grass deck. So I suppose... I mean, what were people doing with Leafeon and Celebi, where you run water and the Leafeon gives you grass. You could do that. I don't think it really works because it's stage 2, but who knows. Moving on to Crabominable, 60 health, water, so it's a stage 1. So I'm assuming this is a base, this is like a normal basic. So actually, let's have a quick look, see if we can find the basic. Where are you at? What is it? Is it dark? Oh, is it Crab Crawler? So 70 punch for 20. 2 retreat cost is rough, but okay. If I'm looking at the right... Yeah, it has to be that one. Okay, and then it goes to 160 water, Insatiable Striking. So 40 for 1. Pretty sick. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Insatiable Striking attack does 40 damage. You do 40 and then 80, 80, 80. Not terrible because it's 1 energy cost, so you just literally just... If you go first, you can evolve into it on your first energy. Hit for 40, and then you're doing 80 next turn, so... Yeah, I don't hate this. So Wishy-Washy, 30. Call for family, put 1 random Wishy-Washy or Wishy-Washy EX from your deck onto your bench. So would you run these together in a deck? Because yes, you're pulling the Wishy-Washies. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, we'll look at Wishy-Washy EX. 170, basic. So for a basic EX, that's a tanky boy. 3 energy, a lot of energy. School Storm, but also, you know, Misty, what's his name? Manaphy, there we go. So not terrible. This attack does 40 more damage for each of your benched Wishy-Washy and Wishy-Washy EX. Now we have a reason of why you would do this. I mean, obviously, it's a gimmick deck. If you want the 3 energy... I mean, the Wishy-Washies are fragile. 30... I don't think Gallade's going anywhere, so you have to watch out for Hitmonlees in that case. I feel like there's a meme deck in there somewhere, but really you're going to have the Wishy-Washy EX, and then you can only have like up to 3 others, but then you probably want something else in the deck as well, like a Manaphy to give you energy for School Storm. The health does let you sit around though. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see some kind of meme deck from this. Dewpider, so 2 for hook, 30, not great. Araquanid. So 110, 3 energy, Dangerous Claws. 60 plus, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, this attack does 60 more damage. It was a stage 1, not quite, I mean, okay, so it's basic, so it's any basic. I mean, considering we might be going into some kind of stage 2 meta, I don't know about this one. Obviously what it does do is, if we ever swing back into a basic EX meta again, Araquanid's kind of there. And then 3 energy. By the time we get 3 energy up, are they not in... Would the basic EX not be in a position to just punch you to death anyway? Well, I don't know. Right. Mewtwo. 60-20. Ability Innards Out. Gross. If this Pokemon is in an active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 50 damage to attacking Pokemon. So you've basically got some kind of landmine. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate it. Sits there, just does 20, 20, 20. If you take me out, I'll do 50. So that's... If he gets 1 shot, that's potentially 70 damage. Like, yeah, I don't know. Something to look at. Bruxish, basic, 80, 2 energy, Wave Splash, 50, nope. Tapu Fini, Spiral Drain, 3 energy, 60, heal 20 damage to this Pokemon, 3 energy, get out of here. Pikachu, 60, 30, 2 energy, nope. Alolan Raichu, so 140 health, EX. 3 neutral energy. So 60, this attack does 30 damage, more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's EX, but I've talked about this in the oh no, actually no I didn't, because I made a video, but the audio was completely screwed up. So this is Alakazam stage 1, but an EX. So we'll have to see, because the one thing is, like Charizard's still going to be around and that gets rid of energy. It's going to really depend on how many high energy attackers are going to be dominant. Because it's like, oh, Decidueye's good. That's only 2 energy. So, I don't know. Would have been good, you know, yesterday. Alolan Geodude, okay. Oh, it's electric, is it? Okay, so 2 retreat cost, bad. 2 energy, Knuckle Punch 40. That's good damage, but bad. Alolan Graveler 110 for 3, Heavy Impact 60, not also not good. So Alolan Golem, 160. That's a lot of that's quite thank you. And then 4 for 150. Discard 2 electric energy from this Pokemon for retreat cost. Now you do have Pachirisu to ramp, but I'm not convinced. Because the previous evolutions are a bit pants. You don't really... high energy costs mean it's quite tricky to rare candy into the stage 2 quickly. So I don't know. Helioptile. Helioptile. So 60-10. Fine. Heliolisk. 90-40. Absolutely fine. Neutral energy. But don't know. Charger Bug. So 90. Where's this coming from? Where's that coming from? The war. Oh, the Grubbin. So Charger Bug goes into stage 1. So fine. Vika Volt 140. Okay. 2 energy disconnect 70. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. Oof. I mean, if you needed this is like anti-rare candy, anti-potion. Interesting. It's going to depend probably on how common item stuff is. Because it's like being anti-supporter. It's good, and then sometimes it just kind of isn't. But 140, 70 for 2. Yeah, this is Choreo. So 70... Then 2 energy for Zap, 50, not good, but prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks your Pokemon's EX. Ooh. So this is completely bonkers, because like if you take a Charizard deck into this, your Moltres is doing nothing, your Charizard is doing nothing to this. If they don't have a Sabrina or a way to switch out, it's possible. You play this as a... No. There might even be room where you play this as like a one-off, just to absorb an EX. And say, nope, you can't do anything until I say so. Yeah, I mean, forget about this, the Zap. It's all about the ability. Obviously, you can Sabrina, switch out whatever, but yeah, this could be a bit of a sleeper. So, Togedemaru, basic, 70, Electro Smash. So 1 energy, nice, 20, flip a coin. If a heads detect does 30 more damage, it's fine. Does it evolve into other stuff? Might be interesting, but it's not a terrible basic. Tapu Koko, so 100, 3 energy, that's a lot of energy, Volt Switch. So 70, switch this Pokemon with one of your benched electric Pokemon. I mean, the obvious synergy is you can do it with the Oricorio and just be like, hey, 100 damage to your EX, and you switch it out. Now Oricorio, it can't be damaged. And then you flip that. So you could literally cycle these out on the EX deck. Oh my goodness. So yeah, like, forget about it. Giratina Darkrai, what are you doing? Okay, yes. Fine. You can chip it down 20 at a time with, Darkrai. But what's Giratina doing? Like, if you have a way to heal that, the chip damage from Darkrai, that's it. That's very interesting. So Mr. Mime, is it going to be good? So 80 for 2, Psychic Energy, already don't like it. Barrier Shove, 30, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Yeah, forget that. So, I mean, if it had Safeguard, now we're talking, but it doesn't. Sable Eye, so 80, Corner, so basic, cool, 2 energy, don't like it. 40 damage, okay, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. It's fine, but it's just 2 energy, basic, there. Spoink. So 60, and then Side Charge, so it Stokes for 1, and you got Zen Headbutt for 70. Don't hate that. That was good, but I don't hate it. Lunatone, so Moon Press, basic, true retreat cost, 2 energy for the attack. Bad. Shuppet, so Will-O-Wisp, 60-20, cool. Banette, so 1 energy Nightbind, so 30 during your opponent's next turn. They can't take any energy from their energy zone to attach. During your opponent's next turn, they can't take any energy from their energy zone to attach to their active Pokemon. Now the issue obviously is you have to evolve into the stage 1, but this is bonkers. Because if you get it out early enough, it can just ruin your opponent's whole day if they're trying to build something up in the active slot. Like if you want, again, using Giratina Darkrai as the kind of example, if you want to lead with the Giratina, that's not, you're not getting any energy on that. Because I'm assuming when it says take energy, I'm assuming that would qualify to stop the Giratina's ability, I believe. So this is, the fact that stage 1 is kind of a problem, but other than that, it's good. Although 90-30, it's like if your opponent wants to deal with it, they can. And then we've got Oricorio, 70, Dazzle Dance. So 40 for 2 energy, who cares? Even if it's, yeah, I don't care. And then Spiteful Dance, We got 70, 1 energy, good. Spiteful Dance, 20 plus. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 60 more damage. So what this means is it's almost better than Marshadow, because you can just play this from your hand. Or you can potentially play this from your hand and switch it in with whatever's in the active slot. Or just have it sitting on the bench, and you can just use it when you need to. You don't need the 1 energy on it. But Marshadow does, so it's pretty good. Yeah, interesting. We got Cutie Fly, 30, 10. That's just gonna just a 0 retreat cost, fine, but that's gonna just disappear. And then Rebombi, 80, 1 for Fairy Wind. This is crap. Yeah. Comfy, basic, 70. Okay, so Flower Shield. So 70 health. Okay. 2 energy for 30. This is not good. 1 retreat cost, fine. So Flower Shield. Each of your Pokemon that has any psychic energy attached recovers from all special conditions and can't be affected by any special conditions. Interesting. Like if special conditions become a big deal, like with the Healing Shaman, you just pop one of those in the deck, have it just sit around, just forget about the attack. So yeah, definitely worth a look. Sandy Gust. 80, 2 energy, 2 retreat cost, get out of my face. Palo Sand, 3 for Spooky Shot, yeah, I don't care. So Mimikyu, 2 energy for Shadow Hits, does 60 damage. Okay, that's pretty good actually. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your Pokemon. That's not so good. I believe there is a supporter that sort of works with this, but I'll have to see. Tapulele, so a basic, 1 energy, I like it. So this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to that Pokemon. Pretty good. Because it's going to do 20 if you're behind on energy, then you're doing like 40, 60. If it gets later into the game, 1 energy to do 60 or 80. Or if your opponent's crazy and starts stacking like stupid energy on it, then you can do a lot more. Yeah, don't hate it. You got Cosmog, which is 60, and then 1 for Teleport, which is nice because if you wanted to sit on the back, quite good. Cosmoem, 100, 200. Again, this is neutral but stiffen, so during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 50 damage from attacks. My feeling is, who cares? Because the Teleport implies that it wants to be on the bench, but the stage 1 implies that it wants to be in the active slot. And it needs you have to invest 2 energy to then reduce damage. It does reduce a lot of damage, but then what are you doing? Because as soon as your opponent can hit that 100, it will just one-shot you off the board. I don't think this is good. So once during your turn, you may remove all energy from one of your bench psychic Pokemon to your active Pokemon. Lunar Blast 100, so 180 health. So again, stage 2, so it needs to come out. Rare Candy's going to help. The attack is fine. Obviously, this does have good synergy with basic like Giratina, because you can just move whatever energy you've got to that, or from that to something else. You just have Giratina in the back as like an energy bank. But then you need this, plus Giratina, plus maybe something else. So I wonder if it's a bit too much of a commitment. Necrozma, so 120 basic, so 4 energy, Prismatic Laser. The 120, during our next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Not great. I don't think this is good. Like if you, obviously Gardevoir is a bit more elaborate rare candy, so there's like a Necrozma Gardevoir deck, or like a Lunala Giratina Necrozma. Don't know. Because we had this with the Origin Form Dialga, didn't really see a lot of play. So Cubone, 60-30, nope. Makuhita, 71 for 20, 2 retreat cost, don't like it, but okay. Hariyama, so push out. So 2 energy, 50, switch your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. So it's a Sabrina, basically. It's not terrible. It's okay. And this is stage 1, whereas like Pidgeot's like a stage 2, so it's a bit tricky to get out. It's fine. Solrock. So 90, 2 energy for Solar Beam. Who cares? Drillbur. That's where I'm seeing a Drillbur, but okay, I guess the Exegol must be Steel type. So yeah, neutral energy, fighting, but I guess you run it in the Steel deck. Timber, 60-20, nice. Girder, 2 energy for 40, nice. 2 retreat costs, so we've got that sort of energy curve. So Conkeldurr, stage 2, 150 health. It's above average for like a non-EX stage 2, which is nice. 3 energy, Mega Punch, 80, 3 retreat costs, so it seems okay, but what does Guts do? If this Pokemon will be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon is not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes 10. Willow. I mean, it's on a coin flip, so half the time it's like, it doesn't matter. And you're only doing 80 on a stage 2, whereas like probably you want to be doing about 100 with 3 energy, so I don't know. Crabcrawler, okay. Rockruff. So Signs of Evolution. So put a random card that evolves from Rockruff from your deck into your hand. This is really good. As what? So it's a stage 1. You got Leanrock. Okay. And then Rockruff 60-20, but you might run this one instead. Then you've got Daytime Leanrock. So 3 energy, don't like it. Or 80. Flip a coin. If head, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Quite good. But the 3 energy is a bit rough. Lycanroc, so 100 energy. Sorry, energy, health. 2 energy is good because when you want to come out. Oh no, never mind, you can't rare candy this, but it's stage 1, so when you jump into that, it's good. Bloodfang, 50 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon has more remaining HP than this Pokemon, this attack does 50 more damage. So again, it feels like another basic EX. I mean, 2 energy just to do 100. And then you've got Signs of Evolution to more reliably draw into this. It's a random card that evolves from Rockruff from your deck into your hand. If you just play 2 Rockruff, 2 Nighttime Leanrock, easy. You're automatically, it's not like call for help, you're automatically getting the card you want. Given that we're going into stage 2s, and also we've got basic EXs with lots of health, like more than 100, this seems well good. Mudbray, 80, so 2 energy rear kick, 2 retreat cast, go away. Mudsail, 4 energy for high horsepower, so 140. This Pokemon also does 40 damage to itself. Again, you need a way to ramp it. I don't think it's that good. Passimian EX, 130 basic, so a little bit on the low side. Offload Pass. If this, so Seismic Toss, 2 energy for 60, absolutely fine. 2 retreat cast. Okay, the ability, you need to give me a good ability. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by a damage from attack from your opponent's Pokemon, move all fighting energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Hello. So obviously it's a bit of a risk because you're giving up 2 points to use this. But then you're also, this sits in the middle ground and you want them, it's good because you can build up to the 2. Basic is pretty easy to get into, so it's probably, there's a good chance it'll be in your opening hand. I think I like this. And you probably dump 2 onto whoever's behind. So it's interesting. Minior. So 2 energy star drop. This attack does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I don't think it's good. Like, the damage is nice, but the 2 energy requirement is not good. Next, we've got Alolan Rattata. So 50-20 is absolutely fine. Alolan Raticate. So 110 for... Hello. So 110, 2 energy, nice. 50 damage. Discard a random item card from your opponent's hand. Now, it's likely you're probably not going to have that many item cards in your hand. Really? This seems really like, I guess, you know, anti-rare candy tech. 250 damage isn't terrible on a stage 1. And the ability is potentially game ending. It's like, oh sorry, you don't get to rare candy. Because it's not like shuffle it back in. It's like, that's gone now. And the same, and it's like also your potions and other stuff. So this is, again, don't know if it's good, but it's worth a look. Alolan Meowth. So 60-20, cool. Alolan Persian. So 100, and then 2 energy for Claw Sash 50. 1 retreat cost. Again, not bad. Fur Coat. This Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. Yeah, it's fine for sort of early game, but a bit average otherwise. Okay. So we've got Alolan Grimer, 70, 2 energy for Sludge Toss, 30. This is crap. So the question is Alolan Muck EX good? 160 health, nice. 3 energy, I mean, where are you getting that from? Chemical Panic, 80 damage. I'm assuming also like Koga doesn't work? Yeah, Koga won't work on this either. So 1 special condition from among Sleep, burned, confused, paralyzed, and poisoned is chosen at random, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by that condition. Any special conditions already affecting that Pokemon will not be chosen. This is just bad, I think. Because you don't have a way to ramp energy. The basic is bad. And it's just like you're gambling on like whatever like thing that happens. So this is not good. Absol. Basic 80, 2 energy, 1 retreat cost. Unseen Claw 20. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, attack does 60 more damage. This is interesting because we've got a bit more. There are more ways to apply poison in Dark now. But I don't know. Trubbish. So 60-20, absolutely fine. Garbodor. The 120 health, nice. A bit more than the usual 110. 3 energy, bit steep. Super Poison Breath, 70. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So Marley Annie, 70-20, 2 retreat cost, don't like it. Toxapex, so 110, again 1 energy, this is nice. 20 times, flip 4 coins, attack does 20 damage for each heads, go away. Stop it. We've got a Lowland Diglett. So 50-20, fine. Lowland Dog Trio, which looks adorable. 2 energy, Iron Head, 70 times, flip a coin till he gets tailed, does 70 damage for each heads. Again, it's a meme thing, cool. We've got X-Drill, so 110, 1 energy for 50, but 3 retreat costs. But that is a nice little... There's some kind of aggro steel thing in there somewhere. I don't know. So Escavelia, so 110, stage 1 is nice. 1 steel energy for Pike. So 30 and you 20 to 1 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, but 3 retreat cost. I don't know. Klefki, so 1 energy, does 10 damage, draw a card. So this is the steel Sigilif. You're probably going to see this for card draw, I think. Seems pretty good. The Solgaleo EX, 180. The 2 for 120 is pretty good. Though you do 10 damage to yourself, but then you've got 180 health, so... 2 retreat cost is not bad. Then Rising Road. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. So basically you've got a free, like, retreat cost 0 basically for whatever's in your active slot. This is really good. You can just build this up on your bench and it comes out and just cannons 120. Really, really good. And you can write rare candy into it very quickly. So it's possibly you can outspeed your opponent and just start deleting things. Very good. Actually, this is probably going to be a breaker for some things, because if you only want, like, Escavelia, 110 health, if you're getting jumped regularly by Solgaleos doing 120, suddenly 120 health just isn't enough. Magiana, so basic, 90 health, 1 retreat cost, 2 energy. Silver Cannon, 40 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon has an ability, this attack does 40 more damage. Not terrible. Again, meta dependent, but not terrible. Okay. So what we see now, we are onto dragons. So Drampa, 100 energy. 2 neutral Berserk, 20 plus. If any of your bench Pokemon have damage on them, this attack does 50 more damage. Crap. Jangmo-o, 60-20 headbutt, absolutely fine. Akamoa, okay, the 100 jump is nice. Electric Fighting, is it? So interesting thing is obviously Patras you can ramp. 6 is fine. What does the evolution do? Akamoa. So 150 Clanging Scales. So same energy cost, that's good, but then it's dual energy, so you can't really guarantee it. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes plus 30 damage from attacks. Okay, so you're basically just... You do the 130. I mean, I suppose it is a bit better than Garchomp. Then you don't have the shearing ability. The 130 is good though. But yeah, I don't know. I think the dual energy is a problem. You have a Tauros. So 100. 3 energy Rising Lunge, 50. Forget about. Skitty, 60-20. Cool. Delcatty, 90. And then 1 energy for energy assist. 30. Take a neutral energy from your energy zone, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. We have neutral ramp, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunately on stage 1, but neutral energy has ramping. I mean, okay, technically they have ramping from everything else that ramps, but shut up. So Fletchling, okay, we saw this before. Horlucha, 80-20. Okay, so what is this? So if your opponent's, so 1 for 20 plus, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a fire? Not fire. Grass. Not water, it's not elect. What the hell is this? Is it? No, it can't. Is it just a night time? No. Am I being dumb? Oh no, is it darkness? Yeah, it looks like darkness. I'm just stupid. The darkness, it does 30 more damage. It's a bit... We've seen this sort of ability and it never seems to show up. Pippi Peck. So 60, 50, 20, cool. Trumbeak, 80, 30, okay. Is there a stage 2? I guess not. Oh no, it's right there. So Toucanon, which is a great name. 140, Drill Peck for 1. Okay, nice little aggro card. Yungoos, 60-20. Gumshoes, 150. It's fine. Stuffle, so 70. 3 energy for what is this? Terrible. And then 4 for Tantrum, so 130, and now you're confused. I mean, we had things with like, not Slowpoke. The big fat sleepy one, you can bury it. Can't bury this, and your ramping isn't that reliable. Don't like it. So Oranguru, so 2 NG for Primate's Trap, 40. So during your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon cost 1 energy more, and its retreat cost is 1 energy more. Do not hate this. 2 retreat cost, well, the 2 NGs, I mean, obviously it's worth it because decent damage and the ability is really, really good. Like game-breaking good. Yeah, really good. So 90, 2 energy for rolling tackle, 70 damage. I don't like it, but Comatose. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever you attach an energy from your engine to it, it is now asleep. I mean, I guess 2 for 70, fine, but that's crap. So big, onto the items now. Quite a few, got 6 new items, so cool. So big Malasada. So heal 10 damage and remove a random special condition from your active Pokemon. Fine, it's like Lumberry with half a potion, it's okay. Fishing Net, put a random basic water Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. So you've now got recursion if you're playing something like Palkia, Manaphy, if you lose a basic early on, like if they take down your Staryu or something. I don't know how good this is. I mean, it seems good, but the problem is it's competition. Rare Candy, you've probably heard about it by now, but basically it lets you jump from basic to a stage 2. This is pretty much going to be meta defining because it now makes stage 2 decks more reliable. And I said my video opens up the opportunity to sometimes go first and evolve on your first energy, or go second, evolve on your second energy. And so we've got to review a lot of older cards and new ones in this set to see if they're viable. Rotom decks, look at top card of your deck, then you may shuffle your deck. It feels really niche. Poison Barb. So if the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, the attacking Pokemon is now poisoned. This is a game changer. Oh, it's I think stupid. It's not an item, it's a tool. This is a game changer because a lot of dark types were looking for ways to poison their opponent not coming from attacks. So for example, Paldean Clodsire. Basic does poison, the evolution does not. So once you've done the first thing, it's kind of difficult. But now if you have Poison Barb, Paldean Clodsire, if you touch it, it poisons you and then you just do 120 back. Now Paldean Clodsire kind of didn't really get looked at in the last expansion, but now we have a reason to check it out. Cool. And yeah, basically anything that does damage to poison Pokemon, you can run like a Poison Barb deck. This is very interesting. So, Leaf Cape. Okay, so the grass Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 30 HP. Did grass need this really? Did they? Did Executor need 190 health? Did Celebi need 160 health? I don't like this. It's a nice, obviously it's the more specific, but a bit better card. Grass didn't need this. I mean, it's still, so what, a Venusaur can jump to what, 220, but it doesn't really help it against a Charizard? Genetic Apex Charizard. I guess. Yeah, I don't... Grass probably didn't need this. So Acerola. So choose one of your Palo Sand or Mimikyu that has damage on it and move 40 of its damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. The Mimikyu is quite... This is tricky because you do you do 20 damage to yourself. Requires 2 energy. You might take a punch first. Then you punch, do 20 damage to yourself. You have to live. And then you can Acerola the damage onto someone else. Seems like this should have more health. Palo Sand, on the other hand, is 130 health, so it's tricky. It's trickier to one-shot. And so if it's doing 70 plus, you can also jump a 40, which also heals it for 40. The problem is, it's not. I don't really think either of these are that good for it to be a thing, but okay. So Lima. Put one of your neutral Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand, so it's basically Budding Expeditioner for neutral stuff. I don't hate this because the Snorlax, that's the one, I finally remember what the name is. But Snorlax decks with Barry, it's kind of tricky to retreat it when you want to. Now you can. But maybe there's other uses for this, but any kind of tanky, high retreat costs, neutral is worth looking at now because you can just budding them out. Kiawe, so choose one of your Alola, Marowak, or Turtonator. Take 2 energy from your energy zone attached to the Pokemon. Your turn ends. So I still don't think it's good on the Marowak. Turtonator is where? Okay, so Turtonator is a basic. You just drop the Kiawe on him, end your turn. Next turn you're doing 90 with the Fire Spin. Okay, I like that better than the Marowak, but I still not 100% sure it's good. Guzma. So discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to each of your opponent's Pokemon. What? This is bonkers and could probably force... I mean, it's difficult because our tools are good tools everywhere now. Yes, everyone runs Cape or Rocky Helmet in a lot of decks. Cape particularly. So being able to knock that 20 health off is good. Also, things like Leaf Cape, really get rid of that. Poison Barbs, really good. I can definitely see Guzma being a nice cheeky one-off. Lana, you can use this card only here if you have Araquanid in play. Put one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active slot. So is Araquanid a stage 1? Yes, that's really good. It doesn't have to be in the active slot to do that. It gives you a bit more control on pulling in a basic to do 120. But also, just having it chilling in the back while your other stuff goes to work, and then you just... So again, it's a bit limited because the thing you have to attach it to have to use it with is a stage 1, and it's not the best thing, which kind of stops this card being absolutely bonkers because it's just a better Cyrus. Sophocles, during this turn, attacks used by your Alolan Golem or Togedemaru do plus 30 damage. So we want to look at the Golem. Oh, just like electric, right? So Golem doing 180 before. Okay, you know what? Pachirisu ramps it. A little bit of cheeky rare candy to make the stage 2 more reliable. Sophocles, so it just dumps 180 on someone. Do not hate it. Because the 180 is big because that starts to threaten other big EXs. Because apart from Venusaur, I think everyone's max 180. And even do you have a Cape Gyarados? Don't care. Let's see. So the other one was what now? Togedemaru. I'm assuming it's another electric. The gym leader. Togedemaru. So a basic of 180 that could do 50. Okay. Actually, that's game winning because Hage of a Manaphy, it's dead. Oh, you put a cape on it? Still gone. No way. So you're guaranteeing 50 and then you can jump to 30 on a coin flip. Sophocles decks might have a bit of play, like a Pachirisu, a Togedemaru, a Alolan Golem. Interesting. Okay, so from Sophocles to Mallow, heal all damage from your Shiinotic or Sarina. If you do, discard all energy from that Pokemon. I mean, Sarina, that's good because all damage? Fucking hell. So basically, Sarina gives no shits about losing 1 energy. But Sari's not great. I mean, I feel like, yeah, Mallow, Sari in the meme decks, okay, fine. And Shiinotic doesn't really, I mean, early game, yes, but mid to late game doesn't really have the health. 2, and then you lose 2 energy. Yeah, Shiinotic, not good. Actually, can we see another variant? No, we can't see. Okay, so Shinotic, 2 energy, 50 for sleep. I think if you're going to use it on any Shinotic, it's this one. I still don't think it's that good. But sorry to meme decks. Absolutely sure. Okay. So Lily, heal 60 damage for one of your stage 2 Pokemon. Big, because it's a supporter, so you can. It's like a water stage 2. I mean, so if you have a grass stage 2 that can use water energy, you've got 3 big healing cards with Erica, Illida, and Lily. You're not gonna do that. But 60 from a stage 2 is big. It's good because it doesn't work on Bloody Executor. But Venusaur, doing that and just healing 90 with an attack. You put potions on there as well. This could replace Erica. I mean, I don't know if you replace Erica in those decks because you might use it on the earlier evolutions, but definitely worth a look because you're a big stage 2, you've got 120, 190 health. You can very easily push yourself away from like a 2-shot into a 3-shot, which is very good. And also just gets rid of loads of chip damage. And then we've got the alt arts, which are kind of cool. I do like the Alola Marowak. Vulpix sick. The Cutie Fly is actually really good, but don't know if you'll play that. Not bad. There's a lot of bright colours. And again, a lot of these ones look a bit... The colours and maybe a little look better in the game, but it's quite vivid. Like the trainer stuff looks good. All very nice there. That Decidueye is sick. Delmai, cool, we don't care. Tinder's good. Don't know about the colours. These are actually quite good. But yeah, that's the good stuff. The surprising thing is we are getting shinies of Genetic Apex stuff now, which is fine. It does mean you're potentially drawing into cards you've probably already got. I mean, okay. The thing is also, it's like, hey, were you not around in Genetic Apex? Also, this means these rotate out, when we get to rotation, these rotate out later. So Blastoise and friends are going to stick around for a little bit longer. And the shinies are nice. That's interesting. It looks like, oh, we only have 2, so the supporters are the 3, so these are going to be the animated ones, I guess? Okay. But yeah, I can see a little bit disappointed because you're going to draw into stuff maybe you've already got, when you're kind of looking for other rare cards, but it's fine. Okay, so that's a quick, hot takes of stuff that's come out. There's some quite strong stuff, like Decidueye is good. Like, it seems like the 3 evolutions of the starters, the Decidueye, Incineroar, and maybe less so Primarina, all have some kind of play. There's a lot of interesting stage 2s with like 1 or 2 thing. I'm really interested to see how Poison works out now. Because Poison Bar opens up the doors. Poison decks have sort of been really limited on how they apply poison. So now you've got so many different ways through attacks, abilities. Seems a lot good. But yeah, and also we're moving into a stage 2 meta because there seems to be cards that hate basics as well. It's an interesting time. But if you like the video, please give me a like, maybe a cheeky subscribe, and I will see you later, yeah? But if you like the video, give me a like, maybe a cheeky subscribe. Let me know what you think about a new set in the comments down below, and I will see you later. And I will see you later, yeah?